Dating is no longer all about speaking to ladies face to face. Although it's still important to know how to speak to a girl, it's also just as important to know how to message a girl. We largely communicate over the internet now, so you must understand how a girl wants you to message her, because it can be the make or the break in a relationship. And in this video, when I refer to texting, I also mean messaging. It could be WhatsApp, it could be Facebook Messenger, so keep that in mind, guys. And today we are going to learn all about texting a girl, and you will feel much more confident after this video and be able to text any lady. Stay tuned. You don't have to be a writer to be great at texting ladies, and you don't need to rely on gifs or fancy graphics. Simply just show up, be respectful, have fun, and enjoy getting to know the lady that you are speaking to. Don't overcomplicate things though, keep it simple, gentlemen. Any lady will simply love you making contact and making an effort. Message a lady within 24 hours of meeting her. You used to be able to get away with waiting 3 days before making contact after a date, but the world is moving a lot faster now, and women now expect you to make contact within 24 hours. Depending on the lady, of course, she may make contact first. As a rule of thumb though, make that contact first before she does. Now that the world moves faster, it's easier to make contact, there's no excuse. In the past, you might have had to pick up a home phone and phone a lady after a date, imagine that, or run into her at the supermarket. But now we have the immediate effect of the internet. We can instantly text or message someone, and if you wait too long, she's gonna think that you're not interested. So no matter what the text is that you send, make sure it's sent within 24 hours. Something that you could text is, "Hi Jane, it's John here. I'm so glad that Sheila introduced us yesterday. That was a cracking spreadsheet that you pulled out in the meeting." These are very simple texts, but they're easy to send within 24 hours. And they are also open-ended so that it allows the lady to easily reply without too much pressure. Start a conversation. Starting a conversation is one of the hardest things to do. What do you say? How do you actually start the conversation? We've probably all typed out a text and then deleted it, and then straight away we've tried to say it again, and then we're kind of like, what do we do? And before we know it, we've got 15 drafts of one text. Once a conversation has started, it's going to remove all the stress. It will flow and allow you both to chat, which means you can easily get to know each other. The type of text that you send comes down to what type of personality you have. It could be a bit of fun, a joke, an intellectual fact. You might have even spotted something that reminds you of her. The lady will be so happy when she receives a text from you, and it will show her that you are interested and always thinking about her. So the best way to open a conversation is to ask a random question. For example, would you rather have a superpower or unlimited money? Or if you could have any superpower, what superpower would that be and why? What is your favorite current trend at the moment? Or what is something that you see on Instagram that you absolutely hate? It really can be any type of question, but make sure it's open-ended as opposed to a question where she can just say yes or no. And if you have only just met the lady, keep the questions light and not too deep. Learn what to text a girl. Once you have pushed past the welcome phase, it's time to start texting her regularly. You would have already asked a few random questions at the start of that conversation phase, and now you both know more about each other, and so, well, you're gonna have a lot more to talk about, right? Well, yes, technically, but also it's a very easy thing for the conversation to suddenly dry out, so you need to keep it super interesting. And one way to do this is to see each other in real life more often. This will mean that you spend time texting each other, but having a lot of excitement about the next time you get to see each other. Seeing each other in person means that you remind yourself why you like that person, which can actually get lost in texting. So try to not make texting a chore. Keep anything that you say fun and interesting. Think of some things you would like to talk to her about and write them down. To keep it interesting, remember to ask questions. Send good morning text and send a good night text. Some examples of these types of texts, guys, would be, what is your favorite holiday destination and why? Hi Jane, good morning. I hope you have a really lovely day. You could say, good night Jane, I've enjoyed talking to you today and love learning about your quirky little hobbies. I hope you have some sweet dreams. Ladies absolutely love good morning and good night texts, even though guys completely hate them. We feel really special and important when we get these messages. They are more likely to text you more and even text you first if you make this a habit. Ladies want you to use their name. Ladies love it when you use their name in your sentences, but also in texts. This is especially true when you are sending your first text. If you were to say, "Hey babes," she would be thinking, "Have you not used my name yet? Who else are you calling babe? Is it because you talk to lots of girls?" So instead of saying, "Hey babe," "Hey hun," "Hey chick," say, "Hey Anna, I hope you are well." After you get to know the lady, because, well, you've already been out on a date, you should know her name. You can start calling her pet names like hun, babe, chick down the line, but try to start off by using her name. Text a lady and remind her of something that happened when you guys met. When you first meet a lady, it's going to be lovely and very memorable. You have probably both had a really nice time together. I mean, well, she gave you her number, so that's good news. And to remind her of the great time you had, you can actually mention it to her in a text message. You can either include this in the first text to her, which we talked about just then, or you can add it to another message after you have been speaking for a while. Because if you wait for a while and craft it into a message, then she actually will realize you remembered the very first time that you guys met, which makes her feel super special. And this is one of the things that a girl wants you to text her, so remember this. One of the best ways to do this is to mention something funny that may have happened during that date. An example of this would be to text something like, "Hey Jane, it was lovely to meet you the other night at Sheila's party. It was funny when we both fell over doing Twister. Thanks for letting me win." Now that's pretty easy, right? And it's going to go a long way because, well, the lady's going to be so happy that you remembered what happened. And it shows that those types of things actually matter to you. Check your grammar and also your spelling. A girl will not like it at all if your texts have grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes. They really don't like text language either. It's something we did years ago, but now we don't get charged for using lots of words in a text message. You can use some slang, especially if it is for humor. So check your messages for grammar and spelling mistakes every time before you send your favorite lady a text. Not only will it make you look really smart, but it will also make it easier for you to both communicate clearly. Text her in a similar way to how she texts you. You actually can mirror how she messages you. Don't copy it word for word, but text her in a similar way. For example, if she uses emojis, you can use them back. When messaging her goodnight, end it with a red heart that she always uses. And if she sends short messages, well, you can reply with short messages too. If she has long messages, then do the same. Make sure that you are matching exactly what she does and send replies at a similar speed to her as well, because it puts a girl off if you take a whole day to reply. If you are working, let her know that she's not expecting a reply straight away. But if the girl does take a while to reply to her messages, you do the same. And this lets her know that you are both as interested as one another. Match her text tone. If she likes to joke or have fun when messaging, do the same back to her. She will really like this because it will show her that you click and you are supposed to be together. So try some of the suggestions that we said in today's video, and I promise guys, you will have a lot of luck with the ladies. If you think I missed something from today's video, let me know down in the comments. Give me a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to make my day. But if you want to get your name rolling up next to my face, like these amazing people's names here, then all you have to do is click the link in the description bar below to find out a little bit more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.